Right, sound check is good. So, with that said, hello and welcome everybody to another episode here on the Crew Motorfest. Yeah, boy. I've been playing Silk Song for, jeez, a little over a month straight, I think. Yeah, so, anyways, I think it's probably time to take a break from that and get into this.
How was this luxury ride for an introduction? For the next event of this playlist, we're going deeper into the French luxury car market. Get ready to hear everything about our Archivist's second stop.
Yeah, so basically I held off this playlist just so I could be able to play the entirety of it in a single go, because, like, come on, seriously, one event for every week. Ugh, jeez. Alright, and we are going to be racing Citroën. France. Another thing I just recently learned about the Citroën GT, it was actually supposed to be a car that was only available in Gran Turismo. And it was also never made. They never even made, like, the whole shell. They never even made the shell. So, everything you see here is just... yeah. Everything you see on this car is just pure computer modeling. Like, what?
Despite its rare and premium nature, luxury cars can take many forms and come from many places. Of course, they often come from well-established luxury manufacturers, and I was about to see a lot of these on my journey. But my visit at Genti has shown us that a luxury car can bloom from the vision and passion of a single person. And today, my second stop in France has shown that luxury cars can also come from manufacturers that usually keep their distance from the luxury world. This stop was about a French everyday car manufacturer, Citroën, and their famous Citroën GT. The GT is a car which, according to its main engineer in 2008, was meant to be the supercar of 2025, the same year as this European trip. Talk about apropos.
Yeah. Interesting. Apropos.
This car was originally made for a video game, but it had such an impact that they decided to make it a reality.
With said game being Gran Turismo. Yes, we know about
At
that.
the time, the possibility of having the GT be mass-produced was real. But in
Hang on. Got an itch. Okay.
the end, the incredible vehicle would remain a concept car with a world to admire and a very privileged few to drive.
And I also wish it didn't have that little stripe on it. Like that little flag stripe. Ugh, God, it's so tacky. Those look nice.
With the Accolone and this Citroën GT, my tour was off to a great start. And it was only the beginning.
All right then.
Things are getting serious. You're now about to focus on the most luxurious of French luxury car brands.
Bugatti.
No need to think twice. You've already guessed it. Our next event, Bugatti. Now and then.
If I were now and then. Oh, is this like one of those little special shift ones where it's kind of like shift to one car then the other? So if I were going to make a guess, the then car would be the SC Atlantic. Atlantic is got to be my guess. And then the now is going to be like a modern, like one of their moderns, or like the Citroën DC, or the Citroën, or the Chiron. Chiron, that's it. Or la Voiture du Nord. Whatever. Oh, look at that. La Voiture du Nord. And that's the Atlantic. There we go. I haven't played this before. This is... Wow. And there's also going to be another playlist coming soon, so...
At last, it was finally time for me to make a stop in Molsheim, home of the French luxury car brand par excellence, Bugatti. There is absolutely no way I could have skipped this more than 110-year-old institution. My enthusiasm was vindicated, as as I got to spend some time with the legendary machine that is the 1936 Type 57 SC Atlantic. Designed by Jean Bugatti, one of the most beautiful Bugattis ever made. A car that embodies Bugatti's pioneering spirit and passion for perfection. What a pleasure it was to take this venerable machine through the picturesque countryside roads of France. Four units of this car were made at the time, including a single all-black version that Jean Bugatti kept for himself. Unfortunately, its whereabouts are a long-standing mystery, as that particular vehicle disappeared during World War II. Or did she? To be honest, this special moment with Bugatti was one of the highlights of my European tour, especially when you know which car they're going to bring next.
La voiture
Noire. A direct tribute to that all-black Type 57 SC I just mentioned. One of the most beautiful and most expensive cars in the world. Exclusivity, artistry, performance, and luxury. A car that is undoubtedly a worthy successor to Jean Bugatti's personal masterpiece. I'm pretty sure the man would have loved to see this. Anyway, for me, this was the perfect end to a perfect day. Festival goers, I hope you'll enjoy driving these as much as I did admiring them in their native land.
All right, next event.
The Luxury Chronicles continue. We're staying with Bugatti for one last French spin, with a luxurious yet very intimidating car.
Alright then. Ah. Okay then, the Bugatti Vision GT. Oh yeah. I think I remember seeing about this one. It's like a racing concept version of the Chiron. Or at least it's a racing concept car that would later become, or be the footnote of the Chiron, I think.
Day 4 of my glorious French sojourn. I was staying at Bugatti's for another day, and as the icing on the cake, Bugatti served me one last exclusive piece of art on a plate. The Bugatti Vision GT.
Again, paired with their ever so iconic W16.
Another car originally designed for the video game industry that made it to the real world, for my pleasure and yours. If you're currently driving this car, and I believe you are, be cautious. This car may be a jewel. Once awakened, she becomes beast.
Oh, she is very beastly enough. So, 2 laps. Okay. Very interested about the design elements that they put onto the showcase. I mean, especially with those little wave structures. That is something. Okay, there's the line. Now on to lap 2. Like, you see those little arches that I just drove under? Those are pretty cool. Ooh, got an itch. Ugh.
With that, my time with Bugatti and the French section of my tour were coming to an end. My next destination, Germany.
Ooh. Doesn't mean we get to get a good look at some of the supercars of the luxury cars of Porsche. And possibly some other German manufacturers. That is something I am curious about. What did I just say?
This was a dive into French car haute couture. You're now entering the second part of this luxury vehicle experience, still narrated by our archivist. So next stop, Germany. A very special German car has been prepared for you.
Is it a Porsche Carrera GT? Or is it it's like a Strassen version or something like that? I don't know. Yep, it's a Carrera GT. Ugh.
After a marvelous French introduction, I was now flying to Germany to pursue my work on the European luxury brands. I was expecting great things from the upcoming meetings.
Audi,
This leg of the journey
Mercedes.
was a promising one, as I was about to meet my esteemed counterpart at Porsche.
My name is Frank Jung, and I'm responsible here at the Porsche AG for the corporate archive and the car collection. The archive is kind of the memory of the brand, the memory of Porsche.
Ooh.
In between the 80 cars we're showing here, the Carrera GT is one of the top stars. Top sports car of its time, a high-performance machine. And it's mainly made by hand.
My luxury chronicles were really shaping up, with one incredible encounter after another. And now, I was about to see Porsche as never before, with a special focus on the Porsche Carrera GT.
A whole bunch of other Porsches around. The 918, that 911 Strassen version.
Talking about German luxury cars without talking about Porsche would be nonsense. It is one of the names that belongs in the pantheon of luxury car culture. Guided by my fellow archivist from Stuttgart, I was being honored with an insider tour of their museum, from which I was getting priceless notes and pictures for my archives, and for Motorfest. Among all the jewels that surrounded us, the Carrera GT took a special place in our day. A car born from a streak of Porsche victories, made to compete with the greatest. Top sports car in the 2000s, dare I say, one of the top sports cars of all time.
There's the finish.
What a day, and what a car. I couldn't have dreamed of a better way to start my trip in Germany.
Alright, so what's next on the list? Apollo. Oh yeah.
It is hard to beat Porsche when it comes to German luxury cars. Well, don't worry. Our archivist and the Motorfest organizers have got you covered. You'll see. Luxury Chronicles Europe, Germany. Second stop, Apollo Automobile.
Deliver the vehicle. Okay. And we are going to be driving the Apollo Project Evo. This car looks sick. Love it. Especially those taillights.
My Germany tour is officially on. After an incredible first stop in Stuttgart, I had the distinct pleasure of spending a day with Apollo Automobile and an absolute marvel of a car, the Apollo Project Evo. This car, which is still under development as I write these lines, is definitely one of the boldest and most aggressive-looking cars I've seen in my long career.
Yeah,
The active aerodynamics,
aggressive is right.
the fins, that rear spoiler, and X-Light signature. Everything in this car's design screams, you're getting eaten alive.
Yeah, it definitely screams that. Oh, there's even air brakes on the top fins of the taillights. See that? Oh, that is so cool.
And this interior, you really have to see it to believe it. Nothing short of a superhero car.
Oh yeah. Definitely looks like a car you would see a superhero or see some sort of superhero drive. Like Christ on a bike. This thing is sleek. It is edgy as all heck. I mean,
one existing
come
prototype
on.
at the moment. The one I just got the chance to discover. Note to self. I really must convince Apollo to lend this car to Motorfest for our upcoming luxury cars playlist.
And it looks like he was successful in that. I mean, it's here. Excuse me.
Luxury is elegance, fine materials, and high-precision craftsmanship. But it is also the freedom to embrace a hardline approach and go all the way.
perfect delivery. Alright, now for the next event.
After Porsche and Apollo, our archivist was only halfway through his European journey. In the next event, we'll hear what he had to say about his seventh stop, a day at Audi, with a focus on the luxury racing car. Get ready to step in the worlds of gentlemen drivers.
Yeah, and I suppose after Audi, we'll be heading straight for Mercedes. Alright, and the vehicle in question is the Audi R8 LMS GT2.
My trip was getting me to dig even deeper into German car culture. The people from Audi were now expecting me in the beautiful town of Ingolstadt in Bavaria.
Ingolstadt.
The car that they had prepared for me, and the one you, driver, should be driving when you get these notes, was a great surprise and a great addition to our luxury vehicle experience. The 2020 Audi R8 LMS GT2. A true racing car, as it was built for a very specific Grand Touring competition, the GT2 European Series. Yet also a true luxury car, as the GT2 event is in fact a particular championship designed for amateur pay drivers, a racing category for what we call the gentleman drivers. A category in which this Audi R8 is queen. Audi R8 LMS GT2, a car that was first introduced at Goodwood's Festival of Speed. One might wonder why.
And it looks like during the end of that race, it looks like we're having some storm coming in. Now, the Mercedes AMG.
Welcome back. For the next event of our Luxury Chronicles playlist, the Archivist relates his stop at Mercedes, and you'll get to drive yet another extremely powerful car. Looks like luxury often goes together with mean performance in Germany.
The Mercedes AMG 1.
My last day in Germany led me to Mercedes for yet another thrilling ride. My ultimate appointment to this country was set with the breathtaking Mercedes AMG 1. The one and only, as Mercedes would say. Like all the German machines I had the pleasure to admire over the course of my trip, the Mercedes AMG 1 was indubitably on the powerful side. That's an understatement, as the One was built from the dream of bringing Formula One technology to the road. A dream that was meant to come true. Everything in this car screams Formula One. Powertrain, materials, interior. And I believe world champion Lewis Hamilton himself helped Mercedes in the development of this car. To the driver who'll get behind the wheel of this machine in the festival, you're probably not ready. German trip was ending wonderfully with this Mercedes AMG 1. I was content and ready to move on to the last part of my trip.
I wonder where to next. Great Britain. Triumph. Okay.
Tour continues. After France and Germany, we'll now be focusing on British vehicles. In his notes, the archivist is telling us everything about his great first stop, a day at Triumph. That's correct. Our British luxury culture section starts with motorcycles. Going for a nice and chill ride. Pay attention, find your way, reach the destination.
So we are going to be driving the Triumph Rocket 3R. This is certainly going to be different.
After a roller coaster of a trip through France and Germany, my luxury car pilgrimage was bringing me back to my home, Great Britain. My first encounter alone was enough to justify the trip, as I was about to meet yet another fascinating individual.
My name's Stuart Wood. I'm Chief Engineer at Triumph. We're in the Triumph Factory Visitor Experience here in Hinckley. It's a great display of motorbikes. If I had to pick just one bike, it's going to have to be the Rocket 3. It's got high performance, very high capability, high specification, really stunning looks. It really is phenomenal.
A delightful meeting that would be followed by other great surprises from my homeland. My European journey was slowly coming to an end. Yet I still had so much to see to complete my luxury chronicles. Starting with a keenly anticipated stop in Hinckley.
We pay a lot of attention to the detail and how well the bike works.
And a special rendezvous with the Triumph Rocket 3R.
That is a pretty impressive looking motorcycle, I'll say that much. Okay.
Cloudy grey skies and damp asphalt. I was back home, no doubt. And I couldn't be happier.
2 Samos and a bunch of hay. Okay, good.
I had a whole day with Triumph ahead of me,
Lighthouse. Go straight.
surrounded by passionate people to guide me through their motorcycle universe.
See the lighthouse in the distance.
Stuart Wood, concept engineer, had shared with me everything you could ever want to know about Triumph. Their 100 years of existence, the attention to detail, the perfect combination of performance and visual design. Fascinating. this Rocket 3. Big and powerful, with a remarkable 2.5-liter engine, but still easy to ride. An extreme motorcycle with a huge presence. A Triumph bike through and through. British craftsmanship, style, the passion of a whole biker community. This was shaping up to be another highlight of this European trip. All I could do is enjoy the moment.
Right. Make a left here. Tower. Keep going this way. Okay, 2 barns and a silo. You'll see them straight ahead, so keep going. Okay. Finish.
Raw performance has never looked as good as it does on a Triumph. I believe that's what they call character.
The McLaren. Oops.
Our luxury car exhibition moves forward with another iconic British manufacturer. The car we'll be focusing on in this event is again special in many ways. Get to the event tag and you'll see Europe has still plenty in store to surprise you.
The McLaren Elba. looking car.
My next British stop was McLaren, with the most exclusive McLaren there is, the Elva. The extreme expression of what a McLaren car can be. Fifth in the McLaren Ultimate Series, a line that encompasses McLaren's most advanced design, engineering, and performance. Like McLaren says, the Elva is a car that needs no destination, designed to deliver nothing but the purest possible driving experience. Light, powerful, split-second agility, with no roof, no windshield. This is a car that plays with your senses and builds a connection between the driver, the car, and the elements. Directly in line with the experimental legacy of the founder of the brand himself, Bruce McLaren. Renowned driver and engineer, always looking to push aerodynamics further. The Elva is a beautiful tribute to that heritage. I wasn't initially sure I'd have the time for this detour at McLaren, but I was so glad I made the trip.
Jaguar is a brand that it's hard to go around when it comes to gorgeous British cars. That's why it had to be part of this tour. The car that we've selected for you now, the Jaguar CX-75 concept.
C75. Alright, the CX-75 concept. Hey, wasn't there like a version of this car built for like the Lunar New Year? That the guys over at Ivory Towers designed? Oh, yep, there it is, right there. Oh, that's right, yeah.
Jaguar CX-75 concept.
What was it? What was the car that this one's made based off of? Was it the XJ220? I think.
C stands for concept, X for experimental, and 75 as a tribute to Jaguar's 75th anniversary. A breathtaking hypercar that unfortunately couldn't be mass-produced.
Yeah. But hey. We get into it. Sorry, kind of nodded off a bit.
Yet this prototype alone is quite the celebrity in the luxury car world. An elegant and avant-garde design so popular when it came out that she received the Louis Vuitton Prize at the Paris Mondial de l'Automobile in 2010.
Ooh.
Star of the 007 movie Spectre, along with her co-star, the Aston Martin DB10. Another British concept. Quite the life for a concept car, isn't it? 3-star, news, prestigious prize winner. And this is only scratching the surface of what this car could have been.
Mm-hmm.
Luxury Chronicles, new chapter. You know what to do. Drive to the tag and get back to your European journey with another pillar of British luxury, Bentley.
The Bentley Mulliner Bacalar. Or whatever the archivist pronounces it.
Bentley. Could I really go on a tour of the greatest luxury car brands of Europe without stopping by this prestigious manufacturer's headquarters in Crewe? Impossible. So, there I was, at Bentley, face to face with splendid machines. And notably, the Bentley Mulliner Bacalar.
Mulliner Bacalar.
The Bacalar is gorgeous and impressive from afar, but also incredibly well crafted from up close. I was dealing with the elite of British luxury and design refinement there. Extremely exclusive. Only 12 units have been made. Produced by Mulliner, the oldest coach builder in the world, and a serious token of quality. But, needless to say, such prestige comes with a significant price tag.
These things are gonna be pretty pricey. Since 12 are only made, these are probably some very exclusive vehicles. Well, more so it's this specific model. Very exclusive. I suppose the next vehicle on this list is an Aston Martin, I'm guessing.
Just like this beautiful day with Bentley, my trip was slowly coming to an end. My next stop will be the last of this Luxury Chronicles journey.
So, to make a guess, it would probably be an Aston Martin Vanquish. Is that right?
Here we are, the final event of this grand luxury tour. The last brand we're going to talk about may be the most famous of them all. A brand which has clearly become over the years the embodiment of British luxury. The brand is Aston Martin, and the car is the
Aston Martin
2024
Vantage.
Aston Martin Vantage.
Ah, the Vantage, right. Vantage.
This is the last stop of this voyage around Europe. I hope you'll enjoy it, just like our archivist did.
That was my mistake. If I recall correctly, the Aston Martin Vantage just kind of got itself updated into the game a couple weeks ago, so what's that? Or was it last week? Yeah, whatever. Either way, I'm gonna be driving it. Aston Martin Vantage. Okay. Pretty.
Today was the ultimate day of my European luxury tour. And it wasn't just any day. It was a day with Aston Martin. had decided from the very beginning to save Aston Martin for last. For this brand is quite unique when it comes to famous British cars. Aston, as a tribute to the Aston Hill race from the early 20th century, and Martin, from Lionel Martin, co-founder of the brand. The name Aston Martin now resonates in a very special way everywhere around the world. It embodies the British modern luxury touch, so to speak. Cars that are fast, cars that are beautifully crafted, and on top of that, cars that now come with an unmissable pop culture connection that started with the appearance of the DB5 in the Goldfinger movie in 1964. As a result, Aston Martin cars nowadays have undoubtedly become some of the most desirable cars in the world. My definitive treat during this day was being able to see the new Aston Martin Vantage. Freshly released, this brilliant vehicle is yet further proof that British luxury is still very much relevant, with a bright future ahead of it.
Here's the finish up ahead.
This is it, the end of my European luxury tour, with each stop more enlightening than the last. A fruitful journey for my archives, and for you drivers of Motorfest.
All right.
You've yet to claim your reward, driver.
Alright, so what's the car this time? $1 million with the compliments of Motorfest. $1 million. And on that, there's also the challenges as well as
New
the custom
challenges
events.
unlocked.
Huh. Alright, yeah, so I guess with that playlist done, I think this is a good place to end the stream. So, anyways, if you happen to have found this on YouTube, and if you enjoyed, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment for any future game suggestions, and check out the links in the description below and follow me there. So, with all that said, let's go on a raid. Whew. Man. Okay, who do we have today? Alright, the raid is set, and with that all said and done, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.